Mr. Frank never thought he would fall. Right inside the home he'd lived in for over 30 years. At 72, he was still more agile than most people his age. He didn't smoke, ate moderately, and stretched a bit every morning by the window. He enjoyed tending his garden, fixing leaky pipes, and could still drive 20 miles to his favorite watch repair shop. Until one morning in March, everything changed. That day, he woke up as usual. The sun hadn't fully risen. The curtains were still mostly drawn. He turned over and reached out to push himself up when a strange sensation ran from his hand to his elbow. It felt like someone was gently squeezing him from the inside. His right arm had gone numb. No pain, but he couldn't move it. He thought, probably just slept in a weird position. He slowly shifted his weight and tried to stand. But his left foot suddenly gave way when he stepped out of bed. His knee buckled. His ankle slipped. He had to grab the edge of the bed to keep from falling straight to the floor. For the first time in his life, he felt like he had lost control over his legs. He sat there frozen momentarily, then reassured himself. Maybe it's the cold. I wore thin slippers yesterday. And he continued into the bathroom. His hand was still tingling. His fingers were stiff. He had to use both hands to twist the faucet on. As he bent over to splash his face, that same weakness in his legs returned. And then so quickly everything went dark. He slipped, his knee slammed into the tile. His hip hit the edge of the tub. A loud thud echoed through the house. He lay there gasping, afraid to move. He hadn't broken any bones, thankfully. But as they helped him out of the bathroom, he knew this wasn't just normal aging anymore. That very day, his daughter Laura took him to the doctor. They ran x-rays and blood tests and checked his nerves and reflexes. And after nearly 2 hours, the doctor said one sentence that stunned the entire family. "This isn't just age. You're experiencing severe collagen loss." Mr. Frank frowned. "Collagen? That thing women use for skincare?" The doctor gave a small smile, but his tone was serious. "Most people think collagen only has to do with skin, but actually it makes up over 30% of the body's total protein. It's found in joints, tendons, muscles, blood vessels, nerves, eyes, and bones. When your collagen levels drop significantly, your connective tissues weaken, leading to numbness, joint pain, collapse, even loss of muscle control and balance." Mr. Frank went silent. He'd heard a lot about osteoporosis, arthritis, but no one had ever told him that his body might be quietly falling apart from the inside because of something he'd never even thought about: collagen. The following week, he was referred to Dr. Grace Monroe, a specialist in geriatric nutrition who had over 20 years of research into collagen and cellular repair in adults over 60. With her soft white hair and calm voice, Dr. Monroe didn't use complicated medical terms. She asked, "Mr. Frank, have you ever seen old electrical wires in a house rot from the inside?" He nodded. She continued, "Our bodies work the same way. Collagen is like the wiring. It holds everything together and keeps things tight, strong, and elastic. If you lose that layer, even if everything looks fine on the outside, things inside can give out at any moment." Mr. Frank said nothing, but in his mind he replayed the moment he slipped in the bathroom, the helpless feeling in his hands, his knees giving out without warning. And for the first time, he truly understood. Aging isn't just gray hair or slower steps. It's a quiet battle against things no one can see. Dr. Grace Monroe opened a folder and handed him a list of small, simple-looking fruits that, according to her, could help restore natural collagen within 12 to 48 hours if appropriately consumed. These fruits didn't just offer vitamin C or antioxidants. They stimulated the body's collagen production, something supplements alone often fail to do. "The human body, especially as we age, doesn't lack medicine," she said. What it truly lacks is the raw material to heal itself. She emphasized, if you eat the right things, at the right time, your goal isn't just to avoid a fall, it's to regain control over your own body. Mr. Frank held the list in his hands. Some of the names were familiar, some he'd never heard of, but there was no doubt in his mind anymore, because now he didn't need another fall to understand. Losing control, losing the ability to stand on your own 2 feet, is the greatest fear of growing old. He decided to try, not because he believed in the fruits, but he wanted to believe that his body still had a chance to heal if he knew what he was doing. Have you ever woken up with numb hands, aching joints, or unsteady feet? If you've ever experienced something like Mr. Frank, leave a comment below the video. I understand, because you are not alone, and maybe a single piece of information could be the first step to reclaiming the strength you once thought was gone. Chapter 1. Collagen. The silent reason. You're losing strength without knowing it. There are changes in our bodies that happen quietly, without warning, without noise, and by the time we notice, we've already grown used to the loss without ever knowing its name. One of those changes is collagen. Collagen isn't some foreign substance. It's everywhere, found in your skin, muscles, tendons, joints, ligaments, and places you rarely think about. Like invisible threads, collagen holds the body together, keeping it firm, flexible, and strong. You may have never given it a second thought, but the truth is collagen makes up nearly 30% of all the protein in your body, and almost all the flexibility in your joints. The strength in your muscles and the resilience in your ligaments depend on it. But collagen doesn't last forever. Starting around age 30, our bodies naturally lose about 1% of collagen yearly. That may sound small, but if you're over 60, half of the collagen you once had is gone. And the loss is so gradual, so quiet, that when we finally feel the change, we often blame it on one simple thing. I'm just getting old. But not everything is just about age. There are mornings when your hands feel stiff and numb, as if they don't quite belong to you. There are late afternoons when your feet ache after just a bit of standing in the kitchen. There are evenings when you sit down and notice a soft clicking in your knee, a sound you've never heard before. And then you start avoiding long walks, stairs, and even short outings. Not because you don't want to go, but because you're no longer sure your body will hold up. A study published in the Journal of Geriatric Rehabilitation found that people with collagen deficiency are 2.5 times more likely to suffer a fall compared to those with healthy levels. And if you've ever slipped just slightly in the bathroom, stumbled turning a corner, or felt less steady than before, your body might be trying to tell you something. Your collagen is quietly disappearing. I once heard Dr. Grace Monroe, a leading expert in senior nutrition, say something I'll never forget. Collagen isn't about beauty or thick hair. It's about whether you can stand up on your own, whether you can walk without help, whether you stay upright when you turn your head. We often think about collagen only when seeing sagging skin in the mirror or noticing more hair in the comb. But the loss of collagen affects far more. Whether you can grip a cup, carry a bowl of soup, lift your foot off the ground without worrying you might lose balance. Surprisingly, our bodies can still make collagen even age 60 or 70. We have to give it the right tools. And those tools aren't found in expensive pills, fancy creams, or beauty serums. They're found in things most of us already know. Tiny fruits. Fruits that may seem ordinary, but hold incredible power. Do you often wake up with numb hands? Do your legs feel weak after a short walk? Have you ever thought, maybe I'm losing strength, and I don't even realize it? If you nodded to any of those questions, then collagen may be slowly leaking away from your body, like water seeping out of a cracked jar. But here's the good news. A cracked jar can be sealed, and water can be poured back in. Food is the key. Not medicine, not supplements, but natural fruits rich in vitamin C, digestive enzymes, antioxidants, and rare minerals are precisely what your body needs to rebuild collagen. Your body already knows how to heal itself. It just needs the right ingredients. In the chapters ahead, I'll tell you about 8 special fruits, some familiar, some surprising, that have been shown to help seniors rebuild collagen, relieve joint pain, and improve mobility within just days. Not hype, not a sales pitch, but real clinical results with real people, most over 60. But before we begin the next chapter, I have one small question for you. Have you ever heard of collagen before? If not, leave a comment under this video that says, "No," and I'll make a special, easy-to-understand explanation just for you. But if you have heard of collagen, but never really paid attention to it, then make a small promise today. From today on, I'll pay attention to collagen. Because your body deserves to be cared for, primarily through the little things that often go unnoticed. Now let's begin this journey of renewal, starting with the very first fruit, a tiny kiwi, holding the key to strength you may have thought was lost. Chapter 2. Healing begins with small things. Starting with kiwi. You know, sometimes the most remarkable things come from the smallest places. A kiwi round, fuzzy, small enough to fit in the palm of your hand. Yet, it can begin a healing journey many of us thought impossible. When Mr. Frank started to pay closer attention to his condition, the tingling in his left leg after waking up, the subtle ache in his right knee every time he climbed the stairs. His doctor didn't prescribe medication. She didn't suggest supplements. Instead, she wrote a single line on a small note. Kiwi, 2 each morning. At first, you might laugh. What difference could a kiwi make? But looking deeper, kiwi isn't just a sweet snack or a dessert garnish. It's a natural collagen-producing powerhouse, something your aging body may be quietly craving. Kiwi is so special because of its extraordinarily high vitamin C content. Vitamin C isn't just to ward off colds. It's an essential building block for the creation of collagen. Think of it like cement when building a house. Without vitamin C, even if you eat enough protein and nutrients, your body cannot produce new collagen fibers. And without new collagen, the wear and tear in your joints, ligaments, and muscles cannot be repaired. A medium-sized kiwi contains over 70 milligrams of vitamin C. That's almost twice the recommended daily amount. But that's just the beginning. Kiwi also contains a powerful enzyme called actinidin. It's a natural digestive enzyme that helps your body break down and absorb protein more effectively. You can think of it this way. If protein is a stack of raw bricks, actinidin is the worker who cuts them into the right shapes, so your body can start rebuilding collagen. This becomes especially important as we age, when our digestive systems are no longer as quick or efficient as they once were. A study at the University of Otago in New Zealand tested this idea on older adults with joint pain and mobility issues. Participants were asked to eat 2 kiwis per day for 7 days straight. The results were striking. Vitamin C levels in the blood increased by 31%, and many participants reported noticeable improvements. Less joint pain, more flexibility in movement, and easier bending or walking. Mr. Frank felt the difference too. By the 4th morning of his kiwi journey, he said, "I stood up from bed and didn't feel that sharp knee twinge anymore. Not completely gone, but it felt like someone had oiled a rusty hinge." Eating kiwi to get the most benefit isn't complicated. You can eat it fresh skin and all, if you don't mind the slightly tart flavor. The skin contains the highest levels of fiber and antioxidants. Some people slice kiwi and mix it with plain yogurt. Others blend it with banana, spinach, and a spoonful of flaxseed, creating a collagen-rich smoothie to start the day. It doesn't need to be fancy. It just needs to be consistent. If you've ever felt like your body is slowing down, like your joints are drying out, then kiwi may be your first gentle nudge toward recovery. Simple, natural, and rich with the power to restart the body's healing process. Because healing doesn't always begin with medicine. Sometimes it starts with patience and a small green fruit that carries something far greater than its size. And if kiwi is the beginning, then the following fruits in this journey will be even more powerful. Let's keep going. Discover the second fruit that not only soothes your joints, but may also ease long-standing swelling in your knees. Chapter 3. When natural enzymes soothe even the most painful joints. If you've ever woken up in the morning with stiff knees or felt a dull ache in your calves after spending an afternoon on your feet in the kitchen, your body may be trying to tell you something. It's not that you're not active enough. It's not just the weather. More often than not, it's something more profound, a silent, persistent inflammation that makes your joints tender, swollen, and less flexible over time. There is one fruit sweet, fragrant, and surprisingly powerful that goes right to the root of this pain. That fruit is pineapple. Unlike kiwi, which focuses on rebuilding collagen directly, pineapple's power lies in clearing the path, removing the inflammation that blocks your body from healing. Because for many older adults, joint pain isn't just from lack of movement. It's from inflammation, swelling, and pressure on the joints, something we often don't realize is happening. Inside pineapple is a special enzyme called bromelain. It may sound unfamiliar, but bromelain is a natural anti-inflammatory hero, quietly working behind the scenes to reduce swelling, ease pain, and support healing. Unlike many over-the-counter anti-inflammatories that can upset your stomach or affect your liver, bromelain works gently and safely with no harmful side effects. Bromelain doesn't just aid in protein digestion. It goes straight to swollen tissues, especially around weight-bearing joints like the knees, ankles, hips, and lower back. A study published in Clinical Rheumatology showed that people with osteoarthritis who took bromelain daily for 30 days reduced their pain and joint swelling by up to 41%. Another study in Germany even found that bromelaine's effectiveness was comparable to NSAID pain medications, but without the digestive risks. Which means you can eat pineapple every day, and your body will thank you for it. And it doesn't stop there. Pineapple is also rich in vitamin C and the mineral manganese, both essential to collagen production. So when inflammation is reduced, your body can rebuild collagen faster, just like clearing the debris before rebuilding a house. So, how should you eat pineapple to benefit most from bromelain? The answer: in the morning, when your stomach is empty, enzymes are most active. You can enjoy fresh, juiced, or blended into a morning smoothie. Just remember, avoid canned or frozen pineapple with added sugar, as it reduces the anti-inflammatory effects and may even counteract them. Some people even combine pineapple with bone broth, creating a warm, joint-friendly breakfast perfect for older adults needing comfort and strength. I once heard the story of Ms. Lucille, 70 years old. For nearly a year, she couldn't stand for more than 10 minutes at a time because of constant knee pain. She added fresh pineapple to her breakfast at her doctor's suggestion. The first week, not much changed. But by the second week, she said she could cook an entire lunch without needing to sit down and rest midway. For the first time in almost a year, she didn't have to call her daughter in to help. That might seem like a small victory. But for older adults, the ability to stand tall and walk without pain is freedom. Pineapple isn't a miracle cure, but it's a powerful ally in your body's healing journey, reducing inflammation, relieving pain, and making space for collagen to do its job again. So, if you've ever noticed mild swelling in your legs after a long walk or a warm, aching knee, when you bend it, try starting with just a few slices of pineapple each morning. Your body may respond in the most gentle, surprising way. And now that inflammation is slowly being calmed, it's time to meet the next fruit. Soft, sweet, and fragrant. But a master at delivering the raw materials your body needs to build collagen faster than expected. We'll meet it in the very next chapter. Chapter 4. Gentle yet powerful. How papaya helps joints heal day by day. Some fruits don't need to impress you with shiny skins or bold flavors. They sit quietly on the counter, ripening slowly, giving off a soft, sweet scent. And if you pay close attention, you'll realize inside they hold a kind of treasure your aging body may quietly be longing for. Papaya is one of those fruits. I remember hearing the story of Ms. Margaret, age 69, living alone in a warm little suburb. She told me papaya used to be a humble dessert her mother served after dinner. But now, she eats it not for nostalgia, but for something much more practical. It eases the pain in her knees each morning and makes her body feel less like a rusty machine. Ripe papaya, with its soft, reddish-orange flesh and cooling fragrance, is one of the best fruits to support collagen recovery. And yet, many people overlook it. What makes papaya so special? It contains an enzyme called papain, a natural digestive enzyme that breaks down complex protein chains into amino acids. The raw building blocks your body uses to create new collagen. Imagine protein as clumps of hard-packed soil. Papain is like a small shovel that gently separates them, making room for new seeds to grow. And in this case, those seeds are the collagen fibers, joints, and tendons that help you move smoothly and bend without creaking or pain. But papaya doesn't stop at papain. It contains more vitamin C than oranges, plus flavonoids and carotenoids, natural compounds that fight inflammation and oxidative stress. These nutrients are essential for people over 60, as the body's connective tissues begin to lose elasticity with age. And unlike many fruits that only support new collagen growth, papaya also helps protect the collagen you already have by neutralizing the hidden inflammation that slowly destroys it over time. Several studies, including one published in the Journal of Medicinal Food, found that older adults who ate papaya regularly for 2 weeks reported less joint stiffness, reduced knee pain, and improved mobility in the hips and ankles. For those with early signs of joint degeneration, papaya was more than food. It became a gentle daily remedy. So, how should you eat papaya to get the most benefit? Choose ripe papayas with reddish-orange flesh, soft but not mushy. You can enjoy it with a spoonful or drizzle with fresh lemon juice. Not only does this enhance the flavor, but it also adds a burst of fresh vitamin C, giving your body an extra push to produce collagen. Some nutritionists even recommend blending in a few crushed papaya seeds. They contain small amounts of enzymes and anti-inflammatory compounds. In tiny amounts, they can aid digestion and gently reduce inflammation. And don't confuse ripe papaya with green, unripe papaya. While green papaya has its place in savory dishes, it's the ripe fruit that supports collagen repair. When papain is most active and nutrients are fully developed, it is ready for your body to absorb easily and comfortably. Miss Margaret told me she usually eats papaya after breakfast or in the late afternoon, especially when her knees feel a little stiff after walking in the garden. A small bowl with a splash of lemon was often enough to make the rest of her day more comfortable. You may have eaten papaya before, but never realized just how much it could do for your joints. Papaya isn't flashy, but it is gentle, reliable, and profoundly practical. One slice a day may not work overnight, but if you stay consistent, your body will begin to respond. Suddenly, your movements feel easier. The clicking in your knees becomes quieter, and your mornings feel lighter, more hopeful. Because when you give your body the right things, even small things, it always finds a way to say thank you gently. Now that you've met Kiwi, the collagen kickstarter, pineapple, the natural inflammation fighter, and papaya, the soft healer that builds a foundation for recovery, get ready for the next surprise. It's a fruit often overlooked, petite, sweet, and 4 times richer in vitamin C than oranges. And it is the key to sustaining collagen strength all day. We'll discover it in the next chapter. Chapter 5. The secret lies in the most overlooked fruit. Sometimes in life, the most valuable things are forgotten, not because they aren't good enough, but simply because they're too familiar. People often chase after the rare, the expensive, the trendy, and overlook a simple, humble fruit sold in baskets at the market. A fruit that quietly holds remarkable healing power. That fruit is guava. You won't find guava on the menu at fancy restaurants or featured in glossy lists of superfoods in Western magazines. But for those who genuinely understand nutrition, guava is a precious hidden gem, especially once you reach your 60s and beyond. What makes guava so powerful? Perhaps the most powerful of all collagen-supporting fruits is its exceptionally high vitamin C content. Guava has over 4 times more vitamin C than oranges. If you think of oranges as a symbol of immunity and healthy skin, then guava is like the quiet older sibling, doing even more, but getting far less attention. A single medium guava contains more than 200 milliliters of vitamin C, nearly twice the daily recommended intake. And as you now know, without vitamin C, your body cannot produce collagen. But guava doesn't stop there. Inside both its flesh and skin, guava contains powerful antioxidants, lycopene, and polyphenols. These compounds protect existing collagen fibers from being damaged by inflammation and free radicals. This matters deeply as we age, because it's not just about making new collagen, but also about protecting what's left from the slow wear and tear of time. A study conducted in Southeast Asia followed a group of older adults who ate guava daily for 6 weeks. The results were precise. Joint inflammation decreased, skin became noticeably more elastic, and swelling around the knees and ankles was reduced. Many participants who once heard grinding or popping sounds in their joints during walks found themselves moving more freely, returning to gentle activity without the fear of pain at every step. I remember Ms. Elaine, age 73, telling me she could no longer lift her arms above her head because her shoulder joints were too painful. But after adding just 1 small guava to her morning routine, she began to notice changes. Not only did her shoulder feel less painful, but even the skin on her arms looked smoother. "I'm not chasing beauty anymore," she laughed. "I just want to move without pain. If I can hang up the laundry for my grandson, that's all the joy I need." So how should you eat guava for the most significant benefit? It's simple. Eat the skin. That's where most of the fiber and antioxidants are found. If you're worried about the astringent taste, choose guavas that are just ripe, not too hard, not too soft. You can eat them raw as a snack, slice them, and mix them with unsweetened yogurt, or juice them and drink them within 10 minutes to preserve the vitamin C. Pro tip: combine guava with other fruits you've already discovered, like papaya or kiwi, into a morning collagen smoothie. It's a delicious, easy way to nourish your joints, skin, and energy daily. What's strange is that many people ignore guava because it seems too ordinary. But that very ordinariness is what gives it an edge. It's affordable, accessible, easy to eat, and absorb. Maybe you've often walked past a guava stand at your local market. But starting today, perhaps you'll see it differently. Not just as a fruit for snacking, but as a daily dose of nourishment for flexibility, strength, and the glow of well-being you still deserve. If you found value in what guava can offer, share this video with someone you care about. They may be waking up with joint pain, noticing their skin aging faster, or searching for something gentle yet effective to begin their healing. And if you're following this journey with us, leave a comment below the video. I'm starting with guava. We read every message, and we're truly grateful that you're here. Don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful, and subscribe to Graceful Aging Co. so you won't miss the next chapter in this gentle, natural journey toward healthier aging. Because the next fruit in our lineup, smaller than guava, deep purple like the heart, is a quiet warrior who fights joint inflammation and preserves the collagen you already have. Let's continue this journey together. Chapter 6, The Purple Power That Helps. Joints Rebuild. Some colors aren't just meant to be seen. They carry a more profound message from nature, a silent language the body understands, if we're willing to slow down and listen. Deep purple, the color you'll find in raspberries and blueberries, is one of nature's strongest signs of healing. It speaks directly to your joints, your ankles, your knees, and even your sense of confidence in aging. Sounds surprising? Let me walk you through it. Because hidden inside these tiny berries, growing close to the ground, is a quiet strength that can reach the deepest corners of your body. Let's begin with raspberries. Delicate as they may seem, they're packed with something powerful called anthocyanins, natural plant pigments that give them their deep purple hue. But more than color, anthocyanins act like a natural shield, blocking an enzyme called collagenase. Collagenase is a type of scissors your aging body produces in excess when there's inflammation or damage around your joints. These scissors cut the collagen fibers that hold your knees, tendons, and ligaments together, causing weakness, instability, and that familiar popping sound when you sit or stand. Anthocyanins blunt those scissors. They help preserve what your body is fighting to protect, your natural collagen. But there's more. Anthocyanins also reduce inflammation, especially in the deeper joints, like the hips and knees, where circulation is slower and healing takes longer with age. A study published in the Journal of Nutritional Biochemistry found that older adults who ate raspberries daily for just 14 days experienced a 25% reduction in inflammation, improved mobility, and less numbness and stiffness in their legs. Mr. Terrence, age 75, once said, "I thought my knees were just rusted shut." But after a week of eating raspberries, just raw or sprinkled on oatmeal, I realized I could go down the stairs without grabbing the railing. For seniors, simple movements like going down a step or standing at the market can be powerful reminders. Your body can still heal. And if raspberries are the gentle beginning, then blueberries, especially wild ones, are the next step up. Blueberries contain a special kind of anthocyanin called malvidin, which penetrates deep into connective tissues and helps boost blood flow to the lower extremities. Knees, ankles, feet areas where blood circulation slows with age. Why is this important? Because for collagen to be rebuilt, your body needs to deliver nutrients like vitamin C, protein, and enzymes to the exact areas in need of repair. Without proper circulation, even the best diet won't reach your joints. Blueberries help build the bridge between your body's supply of materials and the areas needing healing. A study from the University of Maine found that older adults who ate blueberries daily for 2 weeks saw increased joint flexibility, reduced swelling in their legs, and improved tendon elasticity. Those who consumed wild blueberries with nearly twice the anthocyanins of regular ones had the best results. Here's something few people talk about. Blueberries also help regulate blood sugar. Thanks to their high fiber and low glycemic index, they can prevent the kind of silent inflammation caused by elevated blood sugar, which can damage collagen without you even knowing. So, how can you use raspberries and blueberries effectively? The best way: eat them fresh in the morning or after light activity, when blood is circulating and your body is ready to absorb nutrients. Enjoy them alone, or mix them into unsweetened yogurt with a few chia seeds for better absorption. If you prefer smoothies, blend raspberries and blueberries with a bit of mint and lemon juice, creating a collagen drink rich in enzymes and anti-inflammatory compounds. Just be mindful to avoid jams, sweetened juices, or sugar-coated dried berries, as these can cancel out their natural benefits. I once met Ms. Helen, 81 years old. She had refused anything purple for years. I didn't like the smell or taste. But after her daughter made her a morning smoothie with wild blueberries and raspberries, she started sleeping better, felt less heaviness in her legs, and best of all, she could ease herself down onto the couch without pain in her wrists or hips. She told me I can get used to the smell, but living with joint pain, that's not something anyone should have to get used to. That moment reminded me, change doesn't need to start with something big. Sometimes a small handful of berries is all it takes to plant the seed of healing. So, if you've ever overlooked the color purple, now might be the time to look again. Because this color, the color of hope, holds the power to protect the most delicate parts of your aging body. And if you found this chapter helpful, please click like, share this video with someone you love who may be struggling with joint pain, and leave a comment below. I'll try purple. We read every message and are deeply grateful for your presence on this journey. Remember, aging may take away some of our speed, but only you can decide whether you'll give up your ability to heal. And if you're ready to keep going, the next fruit is not only a protector of collagen, it helps stimulate collagen growth like you were in your 30s again. A bright red, sweet summer fruit, one you may have eaten for years, without knowing it's been your silent ally all along. We'll explore it together in the next chapter. Chapter 7. Don't just love the sweetness of strawberries. Let them save your steps. When people think of strawberries, they usually picture summer, a cool smoothie, a dessert on a sunny afternoon. Rarely do we imagine that behind their sweet and cheerful appearance, strawberries carry a quiet strength, a kind of protector for tired joints and aging legs. Strawberries aren't just beautiful, they're smart. Inside that bright red flesh lies a powerful combination of 3 nutrients: vitamin C, manganese, and a rare plant compound called ellagic acid, which helps block collagenase. An enzyme is sometimes known as the collagen destroyer. In older adults, collagenase tends to become more active due to chronic inflammation, blood sugar fluctuations, or cellular aging. And when collagenase is allowed to run wild, it starts breaking down the collagen fibers in your knees, hips, and ankles, leading to the pops, the aches, the stiffness, and the quiet feeling that your legs just aren't what they used to be. Strawberries go right to the heart of that issue. Thanks to their natural ellagic acid, these small fruits help slow the breakdown of collagen and stimulate your body's repair enzymes, the very ones that rebuild connective tissue. Paired with vitamin C, the catalyst that jumpstarts new collagen creation, and manganese, the mineral that binds collagen chains, strawberries become your body's cellular architect in rebuilding forgotten joints. One study published in the Journal of Medicinal Food found that people who ate strawberries daily for just 2 weeks reported an average 37% reduction in knee pain and a clear improvement in leg flexibility. What's even more surprising, most participants didn't change their medications. They added strawberries to their diets. Ms. Ruth, 76 years old, was one of them. She used to limit her walks to just 10 minutes because her ankles would start aching after only a few steps. When someone suggested adding strawberries to her breakfast, something that didn't seem related to joint pain at all, she hesitated, but she gave it a try. 2 weeks later, she told us, "I could walk with my husband through the park again without stopping halfway." Strawberries aren't medicine, she smiled, but my body treats them like they are. Using strawberries is easy. Eat them fresh, preferably in the morning, when your body absorbs vitamins and minerals best. Have them whole, mix them into oatmeal, blend with unsweetened yogurt, or make an anti-inflammatory smoothie with chia seeds. Want to maximize the benefits? Leave the green tops on when blending. Many antioxidants are found near the stem. And if possible, choose organic or locally grown strawberries. They tend to have more nutrients than imported, frozen ones. Important tip: avoid strawberry jam, syrup, or sugary flavored yogurts. Added sugar can cause inflammation, undoing all the good strawberries could have done. Strawberries don't just bring freshness, they bring hope. I hope you can still move easily, live lightly, and feel free again, despite your age. Because when your legs hurt less, your steps feel lighter. And when you're no longer afraid to sit down or get back up, your spirit lifts too. So, don't love strawberries only for their taste. Love them as a quiet companion on your journey, supporting your knees, ankles, and your well-being. Sometimes, the thing that makes all the difference, it isn't in a prescription, but in the fruit you choose each morning. If you found value in what we shared today, please click like to support this message. Share the video with someone you know who's struggling with joint pain, and leave a comment below. I choose strawberries. We read every message because behind each comment is someone learning to care for their body, one small step at a time. And next, we'll introduce the fruit that tops our list. A small fruit from the East, often overlooked, yet shown to help rebuild collagen density, strengthen the legs, and soothe pain in just a few days. Are you ready? Chapter 8. The fruit you've never heard of, but your joints might be waiting for. Sometimes in life, the things we've never even heard of, despite living half a lifetime, turn out to be the things that change how we see our bodies. Amla, also known as Indian gooseberry, is one of those things. In the West, and even in many Asian countries like Vietnam, Amla is virtually unknown. You won't find it at your morning market or listed next to familiar fruits like oranges, strawberries, or kiwis. But in the rural villages of India, where people live close to nature and often outlive global averages, Amla is treated as a treasure. And there's a simple reason for that. It quietly and powerfully preserves mobility and resilience in aging bodies. Amla is one of the world's richest natural sources of vitamin C. But what makes it truly special is how stable that vitamin C is. It's surrounded by natural plant compounds, polyphenols, which helps the body absorb it slowly, steadily, and deeply into tissues, rather than losing it quickly like many other fruits. This slow-release mechanism doesn't just boost immunity. It activates fibroblasts, the unique cells responsible for building new collagen. If collagen is the house and fibroblasts are the builders, then Amla is the architect, material supplier, and cheerleader. A study published in Clinical Interventions in Aging tracked older adults who took Amla for 12 consecutive weeks. The results were impressive. An average of 42% reduced knee pain, and skin collagen density increased by 24%. This didn't just make the skin firmer. It made connective tissues stronger, more elastic, and more supportive during movement. Another study in India found that seniors who consumed Amla daily reported stronger legs, more endurance, and less fatigue when climbing stairs or walking longer distances. The sense of dragging their feet faded, replaced by a newfound ability to move on their terms. Interestingly, Amla isn't typically eaten like regular fruit. Its taste is very sour, slightly bitter, and has a sharp aftertaste. So in India, people dry it, powder it, or juice it, then drink it with warm water each morning, sometimes with a touch of lemon or honey to soften the flavor. Just 1 teaspoon of Amla powder each morning, mixed with warm water, can become a simple, meaningful ritual, quiet, unhurried, but deeply nourishing. After a few weeks, people often notice something subtle yet powerful. Mornings feel easier, less stiffness when getting out of bed, less pain in the knees. There is less swelling in the ankles by the end of the day. I remember Ms. Nora, age 70, who once called Amla that thing I never knew I needed, until my body started smiling because I gave it a chance. She had tried everything: joint supplements, pain relief creams, prescription pills, but it wasn't until she began drinking Amla each morning that she realized she could walk around the lake near her home without needing someone by her side for the first time in 2 years. Not because Amla erased the pain overnight, but because it restored the foundation where the pain began: hidden collagen loss, low-grade chronic inflammation, and years of neglected tissue weakness. Aging doesn't mean your body stops working. It often just means it hasn't been nourished the right way. Amla isn't a miracle, but it's a seed of healing, ready to grow if you're willing to water it with patience and belief that your body still has strength left to give. If you want to try Amla, start with pure Amla, powder, no additives, sugar, or fillers. Mix 1 small teaspoon with warm water each morning. Add lemon or honey if needed. Drink it 30 minutes before breakfast for the best absorption. And if after 2 or 3 weeks you don't feel dramatic results, don't rush to judge. Some of the most beautiful things in life take time to unfold. Just as aging happens slowly, true healing often walks in gently and stays longer. And if today is your first time hearing about Amla, congratulations. You've just opened the door to a new chapter in caring for your body with wisdom, nature, and hope. Leave a comment below this video. First time, if you've just discovered Amla today. And if you think this story might help someone you love, someone struggling with knee pain, someone who's slowed down but hasn't given up, please share this video with them. Because sometimes a tiny piece of information is shared at the right time can change the years still to come. And now that you've met the strongest fruit on our list, join me for the final chapter in this journey, where we'll revisit all 8 healing fruits and reflect on why you started and why your body, at any age, still deserves to be strong, supported, and loved daily. Final chapter. Dr. Grace's perspective. You're not getting weaker. You're just missing something your body once had. If you've stayed with me to this chapter, then perhaps you've started to realize something. The morning aches, the slower steps after lunch, the stiffness in your joints when stepping off a curb. They aren't signs that you're becoming weaker. They're signs that your body is missing something it once had in abundance. Collagen. I remember when Mr. Frank sat across from me, his voice raspy, his eyes a little hesitant, and he said he felt completely drained. Every time he tried to get up from his chair, this man used to walk the lake every morning with a bit of radio hanging from his shoulder. But in just a few short years, everything seemed to slip away, and he didn't know why, until he discovered it wasn't age pulling him down. It was collagen quietly leaving his body. That day, he started a new journey, No prescriptions. No weekly clinic visits. No expensive pills with loud promises. Just one simple shift. Eating the right foods. We've now walked through 8 remarkable fruits together. Kiwi, small but full of vitamin C, jump-starting your body's memory of how to make collagen. Pineapple is sweet, but more importantly, rich in bromelain, an enzyme that gently calms hidden inflammation. Papaya is soft and nurturing, with papain and flavonoids that help rebuild connective tissue, one patient cell at a time. Guava is often overlooked, yet it is the highest in vitamin C, protecting fragile collagen fibers from damage. Raspberries and blueberries, nature's purple guardians, blocking collagenase and sending blood flow back to the knees, ankles, and feet. Strawberries are sweet, yes, but also wise, with ellagic acid and manganese strengthening every collagen strand beneath your skin and around your joints. And finally, Amla, the Indian gooseberry, unfamiliar but unmatched in its ability to reactivate your body's collagen production, even in later years. If you look back, you'll notice a common thread. None of these fruits are magic. None deliver instant results. But each one, with its unique nutrients, enzymes, and timing, awakens a healing system your body already possesses. No one becomes weak just because they age. We grow weak because we start losing what the body once had in abundance without realizing it. But here's the best part. Losing does not mean lost forever. Collagen can be rebuilt. Your knees can move more freely. Your body can heal, not to return to your 30s, but to live your older years with strength, intention, and dignity. So please remember this. Aging isn't about loss. It's about learning how to regain, bit by bit, gently. And you don't need to start with all 8 fruits. You don't need to memorize the enzymes, the studies, or the percentages. Just pick 3 fruits you like the most from this journey. Commit to eating them daily for 14 days in a row. Then listen to your body. Notice if your sleep feels deeper, if your joints feel less stiff in the morning, if your steps feel just a little lighter. And if they do, that's not a coincidence. That's your body whispering, "Thank you." No one else can begin this healing journey for you, and no one else knows what your body needs better than you do. So let me ask you one question. Profound, personal, and heartfelt. Which fruit will you choose to begin your recovery today? Type its name in the comments below. Because sometimes, writing down the name of a fruit is the first quiet promise you make to yourself. And if this video helped you understand your body more clearly, helped you see that what you once thought was just aging might be treatable, then please subscribe to Graceful Aging Co. We're not just here to share knowledge. We're here to walk this path with you toward a stronger, calmer, and freer version of your older self. You are not walking this journey alone. We're here every week to remind you that you can recover. You can move with grace again. You can live your later years not in survival, but strength. We'll see you in the following video. And remember, it all begins with one small fruit.